Hello, everybody. I see a lot of people have already joined. My special guest and Pam were in the background chatting for a little bit. Pam is dropping links. So if you see any links, that is her. She says, hi, everybody. Welcome, everybody. I have a special guest for you all today. And I'm curious if you guys want to guess. Let's see here. Pam D is from Chicago. A couple people from Chicago. Hey, everybody. Like the image says. Oh, Mandy from YouTube's here, Pam. She says, hi. I'm Mandy from YouTube. That is forever what we know you as, Mandy from YouTube. Ray, hello. Ola Joe is here. I've missed you guys too. You guys know that I'm not a fan of going live. I'm always nervous. But yes, I definitely miss going live and seeing everybody. And I know Pam does too. And we really want to get back in the habit of being here with you guys, talking about upcoming products and showing you new releases and all of that fun stuff. Jody, okay. Can anybody guess who our special guest might be today? I'll give you a little hint. It has something to do with Crochet Foundry, possibly the current issue, the October issue. I'm so excited. Ray, you're so sweet. I'm always nervous. Like literally my heart is pounding right now. And I like when Pam and Lorene take it over, but that's okay. I do miss you guys too. All right. So let's see here. Hello, Alberta, New York. Nobody's guessing. No. Oh, no, it's Brianna K. Nope. October issue. Any more guesses? We're gonna bring her on, and I would like to introduce to you Kwana Jackson.
Hello.
She's our author from the October issue. And we had her, I love reading, and I know a lot of our community loves reading as well. So I had read Real Men Knit, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I met with Kwana and had an interview with her that was in the last issue. And I love your personality.
You are so kind.
Over again.
Thank you. And I'm like you. I'm afraid of, I don't like, being on camera. Well, being on camera is okay. Not okay. I probably will never watch this back. I'll pretend that you and I are just talking, and all these other kind people are not watching us.
So, yeah, it's just us.
Thank you so much for being here, because I'm incredibly nervous. But worse is talking to people in front of people live. I'm just like, whoa, no, I get such anxiety. So thank you so much.
It's just you and me. And a few hundred of our community members that are awesome.
That makes me so nervous. So very nervous.
Oh, I understand you, because like I said, I'm nervous as well, but our community is so amazing, and so many of us love to read as well. So
you're joining us. Oh, that's very sweet.
You and I really related during the interview, and I thought our everybody would just love to meet you as well. So I appreciate you joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Can you see the comments?
I cannot. Let's see. Oh, well, let me just flip it over to it. Oh, hi. Yes, now I can.
Oh, so now you see everybody watching us.
Now this makes me a little more nervous. Hello, everyone. I see the comments now. And not to look on that side, but hello, hi, you all are so kind. Look at all these hellos and beautiful.
I have to agree with Mandy. She says we're a nice bunch here.
I see. Mm-hmm. Hi, Mandy.
Heather says we're all
friends. Mandy, Ola Joe, Gloria. Oh, so many wonderful people got up to say hello to me. Me and my coffee. I was just saying my coffee, my double shots, coffee and water.
We talked about it beforehand. I have my cold coffee. So yes, we are prepared for this. Just real quick, the October issue, the single issue, and the fall 2022 digital bundle is 20% off using code KJ for Kawana Jackson Live. KJ Live. So you can get 20% off on the single issue for October and the bundle. Pam's dropping links right now, so feel free to grab your copy if you have not already. So I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I really enjoyed this book. Even though it had knitting in it, it's still fiber arts, and I still could absolutely relate to it. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this story? Maybe not giving away too many details, but a little bit about it.
I will definitely do that. And I won't give away too much. I'll give away something, but it's right on the back of the book. So Real Men Knit is the story of 4 brothers. They're 4 adoptive brothers. There's Jesse, there's Noah, there is Jesse, Noah, Lucas, and Damien. They're 4 brothers, all different ethnicities, adopted by the same foster mother, Mama Joy, and Mama Joy owns a yarn shop in Harlem, and it's a knitting shop, but mostly a yarn shop, and most of the people there they have a knitting circle. And when she suddenly passes away, and that gives nothing away. It's right there on the back cover and right there in the first chapter, first page. When she suddenly passes away, they're trying to figure out what to do with her yarn shop. It's in Harlem, New York, which is where I'm born and raised. So this series is very near and dear to my heart. The brothers, it's very valuable property, of course, in New York. So the brothers are trying to figure out what to do with it. And Jesse is the youngest brother and the most unlikely to run a business because he really doesn't have his life together. And he's pretty much like the mama's boy. He doesn't want to give up the yarn shop. First of all, it's like, where's he going to live? He's like mostly odd jobs and things like that. So he still lives at home. He still lived at home with Mama Joy. So he's trying to convince his brothers to help him to keep the yarn shop open, to run things. And it's the story of them trying to keep the shop open, trying for the legacy of Mama Joy, for the community, because the yarn shop is a very big part of the heart of the community. And it's also the story of he and Carrie, who is a long-time part-time worker in the shop that they all sort of grew up beside, and Carrie maybe was crushing on Jesse for many years. So it's their love story also. So Real Men Knit is the first story in this series, and it's sort of a love letter to Harlem, to found family, and what the shop means to the community, and going through grief and love and all that kind of stuff. And just a few months ago, Not Again came out, which is the second story in the series. And that's the second brother, the next brother, Lucas's story. And him dealing with grief and finding love with a long lost love of his who is back in town. And her family runs the laundromat across the street, but it also deals with the laundromat and the yarn shop and everything all together. And Lucas is the firefighter brother. He works in the firehouse down the street. So what in this series, all the brothers, since they were raised by the same mom, she sort of knitting and working with yarn helped them. So all these brothers are men who knit, and they know how to knit. It's just a part of their lives. So these are all like cool guys who knit and work in the community, and that's the story. And actually, in Not Again, there is a hint of crochet in Not Again. So
I have yet to read this one. I cannot wait.
There will be even more, probably a little bit more crochet going forward, because I was actually knew how to crochet before I knew how to knit. Taught by my grandmother.
I got to hear your story, and if people have read your interview in the issue of Crochet Foundry, they know a little bit about your history with your fiber arts and crafting. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I'm just the type that will try. I told Crystal, I will try anything. I'm like, if I might not be great at anything, but I'm okay. I'm the type, if I see it, I'm like, I think I can do it. I think that's my fatal flaw. I'm like, I'm gonna try that. I'm sure I can do it. And sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I think I'm a better writer. Maybe I found my niche there at than anything else. But if it's decoupage, I'll try it. If it's mosaics, I've done that. Knitting, I've got a little bit of my work in progress, which has been in progress for the longest. It's like a little knitting project that I'm working on.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I bought up, I wanted to show you this last time, but it was upstairs, but now I'm up in my office. This is my
Okay.
little, last little, a little
Oh,
off kilter. Everything with me is a little off kilter, but this is my little neck
yeah. That's
roll that I
okay.
did last. So I was like, I feel like doing a neck roll. So I was like,
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
that's
everything I just sort of
amazing.
wing. I see a thing and I'm like, I think I can try it. I was like, I thought this part came out particularly.
Yeah, it did. You did very
So
well. I
yeah,
absolutely love
that was
it.
my last thing that I crocheted. So I'm just sort of like, let's just wing it. So the first thing that I learned was crochet from my late Nana. She used to perfectly imperfect, Mandy. You are absolutely right. That's me. And I'm like, if it's imperfect, I'm like, that's what makes it handmade. Then you know I did it
Absolutely.
myself. It's
Mhm.
made with love. And
It
my
is.
Nana used to take care of kids, and there's a little bit of a little bit of my Nana and Mama Joy was sort of taking care of children, a little bit of her and all her friends who used to take care of so many children. And I remember she used to always crochet us, and we all as kids look forward to these little slippers that she would make all of us kids for Christmas. And they
Mhm.
were just, to me, the most special things ever. And they were just the most simple things when I think about how she did them. They were really just squares that she made up and then just sort of put the ends together and folded them over and just made them to each of our size feet, size foot feet. Yes,
It's okay. We
she's a writer. She knows words. I don't know. Put
You're fine.
together, but we were so happy, and like they were extra special if she, that she made pom-poms for them at the end, and the pom-poms made them like, put the pom-poms on top of the little
Yes.
slippers, and we loved them so much. They were just the best Christmas gifts ever. And, I just love them to death. So
Mhm.
that was my, introduction to crochet, her teaching me just the most basic stitch. So whenever I pick up a needle, I'm just starting with one of your beautiful, I guess this
Thank you. Our streamlined resin. Oh, yeah.
lovely needle. So I don't know why. See, I always do things that just make my life complicated. I said, oh, I got this yarn, I'll start a scarf. Why do I start a scarf doing the longest? I said, let's do the long thing first. So to do one thing, I have to just
There's
knit
no wrong way.
200 and whatever stitches to finish one row. This is the way I make my life complicated. So this is how I'm doing this. So
It is
yeah.
okay. It is okay. Whatever makes the scarf, long way, short way, it doesn't matter.
Instead of the short way, this is how I started it. So
Yep,
yeah.
that's okay. When we talked last, you had brought up you called yourself something, and I've used that terminology
I don't
since.
know
You
what it
called
was though.
yourself an expert trier.
I am. I do. And yes, I also make up words about myself on the fly. Yes, I am an expert trier. I will.
Well, that stuck with me because I like to try things too, and a lot of our community does as well. I know there's so many of us that dabble in not only knitting but other crafts as well. So yes, we like to be expert triers.
Fun. I think
So
it's such a good time. My husband's sort of like, "What are you gonna do with that?" You go into the craft store, he's like, "What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna something. This is gonna be something. Don't you worry about it." I came home with it's still on the table waiting for nails to go in. These little pumpkins I saw at the shop, and they were on the 70% off because it was broken. And I'm like, we can fix this. This is gonna be great in the yard. Don't you worry. And I said, look at it. It was $9.99. Now $3. Look, all we have to do is hammer in here and fix it here. This is gonna look great in our yard. He's like,
you and I need to
looks
go
good to
shopping
me.
together.
I said, it won't be junk when it's done.
Oh, that's amazing. Let's see. I'm just scrolling up to see if I missed anything. Ray has a question. Do you make slippers for Christmas to continue the tradition?
I don't. I have not. I've got very slippery floors. I don't, but I'm thinking now I've got some new hooks, so maybe I will. I do want to make, I think I'm gonna try a little booty because I just became a new aunt less than a month ago.
Congratulations.
So I want to do a little hat and booty matching thing. So for my new little nephew, Sean. So
Oh,
I think I need to make some little booties and a little hat for him.
congratulations.
Thank you. We're
That's so
so in love.
exciting. That's so
We're so
exciting.
in love. He's the grumpiest looking thing. We finally got a smile out of him, and my heart just broke. He looks like he's been here before. He looks like he's got this little face like he's about 85. And we were all waiting for a smile, and it finally came, and everybody just sort of fell out. It's so cute.
Oh, it sounds adorable. Oh my
So
God.
cute, so adorable. We're very happy.
Yes, he does need booties and a hat.
He needs booties and a hat.
Yes. Let's see here. I'm just scrolling through the comments quick. I think I want to give away 2 copies of the October issue. So let's do a little giveaway. Let's see here. What should we have them comment below?
Does anyone read romance? And if they do, what was their last romance book that they read, and by who? Yeah,
That's a
anyone?
great. Yep. So comment below if you read romance, your last book. If not, just say no. You'll be entered to win. We'll pick some 2 people randomly.
Oh, somebody said, where can they buy the books? Anywhere books are sold, pretty much. Anywhere books are sold. Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Anywhere books, Barnes and Noble for physical books, Amazon if you want to order the physical books. If you're not going out, that's fine. Barnes and Nobles can send them to you also, but they have them in some bookstores. If you want the ebooks, wherever you buy your ebooks, you can get them, or you can order them from your local bookstore if they don't have them at your local indie. I always like to support local indie bookstores. If they don't have them at your local indie, please order them from there. And while you're asking, I'll also give a plug and say, please follow me on all social media platforms. And I make it easy and make my handle Kwana Writes on everything. KWANAWRITES on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now, where I am the older lady on TikTok, which is embarrassing for my children. They're like, what are you doing on TikTok, Mom? I'm like, I'm trying to sell books.
That's so funny.
So that's where I am. And Facebook, and my website is KM Jackson Author. But if you put in Kwana, there's not that many Kwana Jackson authors. You will usually find all my handles.
So I was actually just going to bring that up. You write under 2 names. I have 2 of your books. Where am I here?
I know. This is me. Here I am.
Okay, there we go.
That's the other me, KM Jackson, with this funny book with the name How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days.
I cannot wait to read this one too.
It's such a fun book. There's no yarn in this book. Though there probably could have been. There's no yarn here, but the funny thing is, a little me always comes out in everything I write. This is about a 40-something-year-old artist, so I really can't escape the sort of art kind of world, the art color kind of world. This is about a 40-year-old artist who sees a tweet that says Keanu Reeves is getting married in 90 days, and her world just stops, like boop. Like, what? And he's getting married and he might quit acting. And she's like, no way. Because he's sort of like her everything, her muse, kind of reason to go on, sort of just guiding light kind of thing. So she goes on a quest with her best friend, True, who has been kind of like crushing on her, but won't say it, like this unrequited love kind of thing. And True goes with her to keep her out of trouble, kind of like, let me keep you out of getting in jail and, tackled by bodyguards or whatever, and to find Keanu. But let me tell you, as the person who wrote this book, you can't just find Keanu. I'm taunted every day by random pictures of people who run into Keanu. Like, how can you? He's not on any social media. He's not, you just can't find Keanu. So it's her quest to find Keanu and be like, no, don't do that. You know, like I need you. And
Mhm.
there's reasons behind it. It's not just wild stalker kind of thing. There's reasons behind this sort of like attachment kind of fixation to Keanu and his movies in the book that sort of come out.
Mhm.
So it also deals with some heavier issues, though it's a really funny rom-com with her going on this quest. There's lots of celebrity cameos that I can't give away that are hilarious. There's some
Mhm.
cosplaying in it and just all sorts of funny things. They go across country and it's really hilarious. But I also sort of, you know, maybe for some people a little too much, delve a little bit into her art. She does mixed media art with, like, you know,
Okay.
tear sheets and rippings and painting and things like that. And I think that part is a little bit of my fashion background where I enjoy
Mhm.
casting all my books. I used to be people here, but you know, I used to be a fashion designer for 10 years, and part of my favorite part of it was um the initial creation of things and, you know, doing tear sheets and working with color and things like that. So she very much does a lot of that in the book. So
That's
that's
amazing.
me under my other name, KM Jackson, where under this name I have 10 other books. So
Mhm.
if you look me up, you'll see quite a few books there.
Yes, so let's go check them out. Like I said, I can't wait to read. Well, the first one I'm going to read is the second in the series. And I know you talked about the four brothers, so hopefully maybe there's a book for each brother.
I hope so. I really, really hope so. I already know what I want to do with each brother and,
Mhm.
you know, each brother's journey and how I want to bring knitting and crochet and yarn into each one because there's so much to it, you know. I want to talk about the therapeutic benefits of
Mhm.
yarn and fiber arts with the boys and what it's done for them in their lives and being brought up in that environment, you know, coming from foster care into the yarn shop and what it did for them. So I really want to explore that more and more deeply
Mhm.
with them and what it means. And what people really have loved about this series is sort of taking out that sort of idea of knitting being like just a woman's thing,
Mhm.
you know, and how I write it very matter of factly for the guys. It's not like a big deal.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's
I
no
loved your
toxic
characters.
masculinity, and
Yes.
even when they bring it up, they teach a lot of children to knit in in this series. They run classes for kids in this series, which I love, and the kids are very funny
Mhm.
and enjoy it. And you know, there may have been a little teasing from some kids, and they really, you know, they stand up for the children, and it's really cute
Mhm.
and fun and
It's very realistic because,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And we
Yeah.
all have our own story on how crocheting or knitting or crafting in general has improved our lives and given us a creative outlet or stress relief or so many different aspects on how it's helped us. So,
It
yes,
really is.
absolutely.
I taught my husband, well, I have twins, boy and a girl, and I always say, you know, if I when you've got twins, it's sort of like anybody with kids. You've got kids, you just want to corral those kids. Like, let's all just do a craft. And it's like if we're doing a craft, I'm teaching both my son and my daughter, we're doing the same craft. Let's do
Mhm.
it. So I taught them both to knit, taught them both, you know, we're going to Taekwondo. We're all going to Taekwondo.
That's
We're not
amazing.
separating anything. And for Real Men Knit, I taught my husband to knit. He's still very slow with this stuff. Yeah, I'm like, I think you just want to bug me. How do I turn again? How do I turn again? How do I turn again? But it was so funny. You know, when he picks up his knitting, and he's not always one to pick up his knitting because he's always like doing something else, or more like falling asleep. But you know, but I caught him watching football and knitting one day, and I was like, "Are you just knitting for me? Because, like, you know, for me." And he was like, "No." And I'm like, oh, "Okay." I was like, "Do you really like?" He's like, "Yeah." When I was like, "Why?" And he said, "When I knit, I can't think of anything but the stitches." So he
Mhm.
couldn't worry about bills. He couldn't worry about this or that. He could only think about that, and that's what he liked about it.
Stress
It
relief.
was meditative for him, and I was like, perfect.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if he can do it with foot or while he's watching football
Yeah,
and enjoy
it
multiple
was
things at once,
it's such a
absolutely.
good thing for him because sometimes he really needs to. I can see his wheels turning when he's worried about something, and it's
Hmm.
good to just
Absolutely.
be
Yeah.
able to chill out. And the cutest thing, I was just like, I don't want to interrupt you if you had another question. The
Nope.
cutest thing, my husband's in a lodge. He's a Mason. This is me. What you know,
You're fine. You're
he's
fine.
talking loud, and he's a very loud talker. But he was having a virtual meeting, and I could hear him. And I got on live, and I said, "This is so funny." He was um he was so sweet. He had them all when Real Men Knit came out a while ago. They were like the guys were so sweet with helping me like promote, and a bunch of them got copies of Real Men Knit. And they took pictures with it. So I have all these men taking pictures with Real Men Knit, which is just the sweetest. And it's like I have a little collage of a bunch of men holding it up, right? And I didn't think they would read this romance. Quite a few of them read it, which is so great. And
Oh.
they were so kind. They were like, "Oh, we loved it. It was so good." And they thought that I got the male voice down really
Hmm.
well. And so I was like, great, I got a lot of guys into romance. But then I hear him just the other day on a lunch meeting spelling out not again because he's such a loud talker. He's like, it's not again, K-N-O-T, not N-O-T, K-N-O-T. And
Yes.
I was like, how cute is that? They're asking for my next book.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I was
That's
like, maybe I
amazing.
really did convert some guys who might have read thrillers into romance readers.
Yes, I have to say your characters are very relatable. I know when we talked about, I won't give away any details, but I'm a nosy wife. So I could definitely relate to a part in your book where nosiness and not being able to hold back what you're saying without giving out any details. I could definitely relate to that situation. So yeah,
That
absolutely
might be a bit of
relatable.
me too, being nosy. I can hold my tongue only for like 30 seconds, and then
Ooh, 30 seconds? I don't even think I can last that long.
I love that about you.
Yes. Okay, so let's pick some giveaway or
Let's
winners.
do it.
Oh, I was not paying attention to comments.
Ah,
So we have Facebook user.
Diana's got Nora
Mhm.
Roberts. Yes. Oh, I love Nora Roberts. Ah, yes. We do have something. Facebook user Discovery of Witches. Christina No Romance. I don't know how to scroll up. Let's see. I don't wanna hit any buttons. I'll let you because I can't scroll. I don't want to scroll anything and then suddenly I'm not here
Oh,
anymore.
that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's pick two winners. So I have to scroll up a little ways.
You I'm like, if
Okay.
I scroll suddenly the whole thing goes dark.
Okay, so I'm going to scroll. I'm going to
Mhm.
have you tell me to stop, and then we're just going to pick two winners that way.
Okay.
So
Tell
whenever
me when
you're
you start
ready,
scrolling.
tell me.
Stop.
All right. We have, Lorene. Oh, she can't win. Okay, Lorene is our CEO of the
Okay.
company. So sorry,
Hi,
Lorene. This
Lorraine.
is
I'm
what
so
I
happy
landed
you're
on.
here. Hi, Lorraine. I'm waving to you. You're fantastic. I love your company.
We are
Thanks for
going
having me.
to not give Lorene an issue.
Okay.
We're going to pick
Okay.
somebody else.
And
Sorry,
I think
Lorene.
Lorraine has one. Stop.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Chris Lopez,
Yay! Congratulations, Chris.
if you want to email support@crochetfoundry.com with subject winner, we will get you a copy of the October 2022 digital Crochet Foundry issue. All right, let's pick. Let me move down our list because we have a lot of comments here. Okay.
Chris,
Ready?
stop.
Okay, so there we go, Diana with the Nora
Who said Nora
Roberts.
Roberts?
Congratulations. Please email support@crochetfoundry.com, subject winner, and we will get you your issue as well. So I just want to, again, just kind of reiterate that we are talking to Kawana Jackson, author of Real Men Knit. I had the pleasure of interviewing you for the October issue, so that interview is in that issue. If you're interested in a romance novel, this is a great book to read. I have not yet read the second book in the series, but I'm very excited for that. And then she also works under KM Jackson. So if you're interested and just joining us, feel free to check out those books. I don't know if Pam's around.
Oh, and just to let you all know, they're all on audio also.
Oh, perfect. Because
Crocheting people and knitting people like to know that you can get them that way, because sometimes you want to listen and still do your crocheting.
Absolutely.
It's very important. I listen to a lot of books on audio for myself so that I can still,
I find reading,
crochet, still wash dishes, still move around.
That's true. I never thought about doing that while washing dishes. I like the feel
No,
of
it helps. It definitely helps to make the time go by when you're doing things around the house. Find a good book to listen to. Yeah.
I every now and then when I'm crocheting like a basic, more of a mindless crochet project, I'll listen to an audio book. I watch TV shows normally when I'm crocheting. Not that I know what any of the characters look like because I'm concentrating, but at least you can listen. But yes, I have done audiobooks as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I don't think I'm missing any questions, and it is 10:30, so I am going to. It was quick. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Crystal.
Oh, and same here. I enjoy talking with you. I've said that how many times? I'm going to continue to say that.
We will continue to talk, continue to.
Yes. I will let you know what I think of these next two books. Like I said, I'm very excited to read both of them.
Definitely.
Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Ray cannot with audiobooks.
Yeah.
Have to have the words in front. Yeah. So I like reading the words too. I feel like I can imagine being there and with the characters better than
put your own voice to it too.
Yeah. But an audiobook, like I said, I do use those as well. Oh, DeVeter just ordered.
Oh, thank you.
Books.
You were so kind. Thank you so much.
Pam is asking about new hooks. I'm not the bean spiller. I don't spill the beans.
I want to know about that too.
Pam,
I'll be looking.
Yeah. Our CMO that we talked with earlier behind the scenes, she's the bean spiller of the company. So she likes to give all the hook secrets and new release secrets. That is not me. So I'm sorry, I can't spill any secrets today. I will say that I'm very excited about the new releases coming out. But that is all I'm going to say. Pam, if you're in the background, could you drop Kawana's Instagram handle, please? I'm putting Pam on the spot. I don't know if she's there. She has her camera off, so I can't see if she's still there.
Well, it's Kwana Writes, KWANAWRITES.
There she goes. Thank you, Pam. Oh, Pam, one of these days you're gonna have to get on here. Everybody wants secrets.
Catherine wants spilled secrets.
Soon. I'm very excited about what's coming out. I'm sure you guys are going to love everything as well. You'll have to bother Pam.
I'm going to sneak my little bootleg picture of us.
Oh yeah.
So they know it's me, and all the kind people who commented. Look, we're so cute.
DeVeter says Pam and Miss DeVeter live.
Yes.
Okay, thank you again, everybody, for joining us today. I apologize that our lives are so in between, and thank you for joining me. And I absolutely love chatting with you, and I love you
anytime.
More.
Thank you so much. So nice to see you all virtually. Thank you. Let me know if you check out the books and what you think.
Absolutely, yes. All right, guys. See you later.
We will see each other on the interwebs net.
We'll be here. We'll be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.